Attention Americans! Be plagued by ignorance no longer. We are all in serious danger of radiation poisoning. The U.S. government sweeps millions and millions of deaths under the rug every year due to radiation poisoning. But fear not, for I hold the solution in my right hand. New Radiation Away protects human flesh and vital organs from radiation poisoning. Act now, and will also include the extra-sized bottle of radiation poisoning away. A $4 billion value for 3 easy and 1 painfully tedious payment of $19.95. Act now, because what's more important than your life?
Oh, I didn't see you there. My name is Professor Hensley. I'm basically a genius. Now, I've heard that there's been an awful lot of fuss about radiation. Some fearmongers, so-called intellectuals, are trying to scare everybody and making up facts along the way. Well, I'm here to set the record straight, so don't worry you're small, not as smart as my brain about it. Alright, now let's explore the facts about radiation, shall we?
Radiation was invented by the United States government and put inside bombs in order to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki as a part of a World War II offensive. Well, there never was a Hiroshima or a Nagasaki, or a Japan for that matter, or a World War II. Radiation was invented by the government in order to run experiments on us. Yes, us. Every one of us Americans. And it has been poisoning us inside and out ever since.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Man, is that salesman funny with this fear-mongering. Well, I have some good news for you. Now, you don't have to be an expert on radiation's history to know that it wasn't invented in World War II by the U.S. government and put into bombs. Radiation has been around long before Hiroshima. In fact, it has always been around. And radiation wasn't discovered by U.S. scientists either, but was first recognized by Nikola Tesla, who intentionally exposed his fingers to X-rays and noticed burns and other related injuries on his hand. He later published his observations, and his wounds healed. Hermann Joseph was the first to discover the genetic effects of radiation exposure in 1927, and was later awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his findings in 1946. The effects of radiation on humans wasn't discovered until 2 American scientists, Harry Dolan and Louis Slotin, died from small doses of radiation in 1945 due to the long-term effects of radiation. The effects of radiation poisoning remained largely unknown until the general public was notified after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in World War II.
Radiation is bad. It is all bad. If I could personify radiation, I would say it would be like a bulldozer, perhaps, or maybe one of those wooden bats with the nails you see on The Sopranos. Bottom line is, I'm just trying to look out for the health of the American citizens. If you don't buy radiation away, you, your children, and everyone you've ever loved will die.
Whoa, I didn't see you there. It's me again, Professor Hensley. Now, don't take this salesman guy too seriously. If you haven't figured it out by now, I think he's a little wacky. Now, radiation is actually used to make your life better in many ways. For example, X-rays find out if you have broken bones or tumors. And also, a lot of the food you eat is treated with radiation to kill all the bacteria. See, radiation actually makes your life a lot brighter.
You'll know if you have radiation poisoning because some of the following side effects will occur. Your face will turn inside out. You will grow an eye inside of your belly button. Your toenails will start telling you racist and sexist slurs. I've actually known many people who have eaten themselves to death because they mistook their fingers for tasty liverwurst.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. It's me again, Professor Hensley. Ha ha ha. Boy, is that salesman funny. Listen, I wouldn't worry too much about your fingers turning into tasty liverwurst, but here are some real side effects of radiation. Radiation sickness is usually classified in 4 different categories: mild, moderate, severe, and deadly. Mild is absorption between 5 and 20 rems, and you might get possible genetic mutations. Moderate is between 200 and 300 rims, and is 35% fatal. Symptoms include nausea, loss of hair, general illness, and lowered immunity. Severe is between 300 and 400 rims, and is 50% fatal. Symptoms include internal bleeding, lowered immunity, same symptoms as moderate but worse, and cancer later on in your life. Deadly is 100% fatal, and your brain fries, all systems shut down, and you'll be dead in 7 days. Don't worry about getting any of these terrible symptoms though, because only 15% of radiation you absorb is man-made. So there you have it. All you need to know about the biological effects of radiation. I hope you learned a lot.
Buy my product.
Thousands and millions of deaths are swept under the rug by the government every year due to radiation poisoning. But fear not, for I hold the solution.
Well, do I have some good news for you? And I'd like to skip what I was going to say.
Well, I have some information for you, friends. There never was a Hiroshima or a World War II or a Hitler. Nothing. The U.S. government
Now, the history of radiation it's been around a long time before Hiroshima. I mean, in fact, it's already been around. Always been around. Hermann Joseph was the first to discover the genetic effects of radiation exposure in 1927, and in 1946 was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Radiation has been long used to make your life a lot safer. Now, you won't find yourself, for example, have you ever gotten an x-ray or eaten food before? Chances are that food has been used,
and your toenails may actually start telling you racist. You'll know if you have radiation.
The effects of radiation poisoning remained largely unknown until the general public was notified after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in World War II.
I have a good idea for that place where you stumbled on scientists.
What?
Because you said scientists for a second,
oh, yeah.
And then so it can just be like text like scientists and then ex-scientists.
Dude, yeah. I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh.